reading. If you're wanting to make a booking, you can go to the link directly below. There is the website there. There's a spiritual shop on the website. There's also a donation section if you wish to donate. Now, what's going on for you guys? Just get these cards ready. How are we all anyway? As I'm plotting through these videos. Lysiana! What zodiac sign are you? Hi, Hardly. That's okay, Danish. Most welcome. Virgo. Let's see how many I can do today, eh? It's funny you say that because I was actually thinking I do have a person who asked me to do the Aries in an inbox message. So if you're watching, hi. I probably tormented the poor man from looking at my private Facebook page. He's probably going, wow. I do have the Aquarius pre-recorded, so I'm still in two minds whether I'm going to open it up or do it live. I'm considering yet. I have pre-recorded it. It still does feel relevant. Wow, Taurus. Now, what have you and haven't you been dealing with, guys? Is there something that we're putting under the carpet and we're saying it's okay, we're moving forward? You're wanting your world to change, but you're feeling that, you know, have you got the right recipe? Lots of people around you are really coming to you quite a bit, and you had put your life on hold to a degree for a very long time, yet you were looking at a direct person that the block was there, but you weren't actually looking close enough. Because sometimes at a spiritual level, our block can be with us that is almost like a door. And who was it the other day? Mark was showing me a set of cards, which I'd love to get. I've got to find out the name of it. I'll have a chat to him later. And there is, on this tarot card, there's the door. And it's almost like choices that you need to make, and you were looking outside of yourself for the keys to the situation, but then suddenly it dawns on you that yes, on a 3D level, we realize in our ego that we have no control connected to what others do, but we may directly have control about what we physically can do to better the situation, to change our current situation and be aligned correctly to be ready for forward motion. There has been lots of conflicts around you, yet they've been to a benefit to a degree. And I know you're probably saying a benefit. They've actually kept your mind off what you've been waiting to manifest, but they've actually, they've put you backwards, so to speak. And it's not that you need to remove these situations. It's that by aiding these particular energies or people, when they're coming to you with their problems, it's a constant cycle of conflict, and it's just going round and round and round in loops. Some things are completely out of your control, yet in your mindset, your ego connected to it, you're very much, but you know, that is, and it can be next of kin, it can be family, it can be a lover. Whatever you're putting energy into where you're having direct compassion for them and trying to gear them in a certain way, it's actually directly impacting you putting the energy into your personal cup, because it's depleting your energy system. So you're having to really stop, and you're realizing that your body can only physically do that for so long before it becomes fatigued. Now, that would have been quite a heavy energy and a lesson moving through for a long time, really. But the block is connected to someone who's no longer in your life. and the reasons why you were doing the things you were doing. And it was to entertain yourself and keep your mind busy while you were waiting for that to move. But in the meantime, it's almost like life as such has become quite a heavy energy, and you're thinking, oh, I want to simplify things, but I'm so used to doing things in a particular way. I don't quite know how to do that. Now, your feeling is connected to someone not making a decision, but you can personally make decisions in your life. You know, your frequency is wanting to change. And you're going to have to look at this whole situation very differently. Now, I did have a conversation earlier with a person that is Taurus, and we were talking in layman's terms of, what was the conversation? Got to think now. Basically changing our frequency and understanding what we do and don't have control over, and getting who we are today, and how we've changed. Now, many people, especially those of twins, might be coming to that frequency of, twin didn't come to me, or this situation didn't transpire. But yet, you know, you had wanted a stable traditional relationship, and you were trying to place your energy into that paradigm, that format, so to speak. Now you're realizing, due to no contact, for some of you who this message is directly relevant for, that you don't fit that box anymore, that you wouldn't want a traditional, you've stepped into your power. You might not have talked to them for a while, and you're wanting to do things at the moment in a healing level. You're very tired due to a past tense situation, and this can be something that was way, way back. This can be a physical relationship that was a block. And as I said in the other videos, what's happening is a 3D situation is going to come about to help you purge that energy. Now, it might have been a marriage that broke down, or one that didn't transpire. But it's something directly connected to a huge block that, yes, lots of time might have passed, but that energy there is blocking you. So something is going to morph itself for you to heal it. And the time is bending back in the shadow period to you to do that work. Now, as that block is released, the way you connect to this person or energy or twin, or your life as a whole, is going to be very different. So your mindset connected to it is going to be very different. You're wanting to have more fun. You're wanting to bring the happiness back. It's almost like my happiness slowly creeping back. So maybe people from the past are coming back, but you're also having to take the higher ground. Now, you need to keep your energy frequency very cautiously at a pure level. Now, this might be a message for someone directly connected to rose or roses, because that's quite a large image on the card. Now, it's about connected to your integrity, ego, blocks that you have, you know, speaking from the heart, speaking your truth. You need to take an external look at the given situation to gain clarity on it. You're also going to have a fresh approach. But you need to understand that anyone who's different to you, again, ego, and that's been coming up energetically probably through mid-April moving through, but heavily in the last week for you guys, moving into May. Now, with this, the way you're going to have to look at it is there are different energies. Now, all different energies who are directly related to you or connected to you as a, at a romantic level, a friendship level, different views, all of that is still very relevant. And you need to actually celebrate those aspects of the differences, and this can even be with your twin. Now, I do feel some of you are going to hear that somebody is pregnant, and that is one direct message for you guys. And again, dreams are physically coming through. Now, I do feel for some of you, you are going to have contact from a person from a distance that you haven't heard in a long time. You're very worried that you don't even know what your heart wants at the moment. You thought you did, but during this shadow period, it's really making us question things. And it's very relevant in May to very much be in the moment and be relevant in any given day that you feel you're in. So you might be going through, the motions and feeling I don't think I want that anymore, and then suddenly do a 360 and say, gee, no, I really, really do want that person in my life. It's because we're going through a shadow period of processing. I just had to plug it in or we're going to die. Yeah, and again, you'll find that will be relevant, Mandy, with your twin. You know, energetic. It can be as a conversation. It can be physical contact. It can be jumping into a reconnection. And it's on both sides physically in a different shape or form. And it's to purge it, process it, remove it as a block and move forward. So it can even be at a conversation level. But again, it can be in an intimate level as well, depending on how that directly relates with you. You need to be very gentle with yourself, but you're not. You're being very hard on yourself. But it can be that you're being hard on other people as well. And again, because we are in the shadow period of, you know, the aspect of ego, a decision's being blocked from you because you don't feel you have the clarity. But look, you are wanting things to change. And, you know, the world is at your feet. The world is your oyster. And directly connected to love, you might be hearing from a love interest or lover. It might be that you're more open. But whoever this person is that's coming into your life, it's going to create, how would I say, enlightenment, connected to what your next path is and how you're wanting to proceed forward. You're also trying to be in the moment and just dealing with the energies as you feel they're relevant. Okay, you are coming out of a time of sadness, but movement is delayed temporarily. This can be with a Cancerian, but not necessarily. You're waiting for a person to either queen up or man up for it to move to the next level. But a lot of that energy, I feel, directly has something to do with you, not an external. Because again, blocks that we all have are there for a reason, and are removed at the correct time. You're going to realize that you've actually changed. This whole situation has changed you. So your mindset about how you're going to relate to people is going to be different. What you feel you want out of a relationship or connections is going to be different. Manifestation, in a sense, may be semi-blocked, but it's because you're feeling, again, you're giving your power away and you're feeling there's no decision coming from this person, but you need to be relevant in your energy at any given time. Where are you taking responsibility that you can experience life? If this person physically hasn't come to you and they're doing what they need to do, you need to be open to that happening for yourself as well. Where I had one person say they were waiting for a person to come back to them. And it's almost like, spiritually speaking, they felt they were betraying the person by moving forward. Yet the energy of that person was spiritually connected to them, but not there in the 3D with them. Bloody phone. So therefore, you do have the right to have, you know, hopes and dreams and connections and holidays and manifesting, you know, the forward motion. But it's almost like you're not giving yourself permission, and then you're angry about it and you're projecting the anger directly connected to this person. But again, part of the growth is connected to you experiencing life and you being free, because especially in those sort of connections, for those of you who are twins, that energy is very, it's like saying you're married, you own the cup. It's a different frequency. So many of you might have been thinking that, how could they do this to me? Or how could they not make contact with me? Why am I still waiting here? Feminines will probably hold this energy more so, but I do feel there's a flip where, depending on where you are in your journey, emotionally and spiritually speaking, you're going to find that that energy is flipping. But you need to be relevant in the moment. That's more the point I'm trying to make, is that you're not giving yourself permission to be relevant in the moment. You may think at a 3D level you are, because you're going out and you're mixing with people, etc. But are you spiritually aligned in that mindset where you're being in that moment? Or is this person completely in your mind? Or the block completely in your mind? It doesn't even have to be romantic related. Okay, so if you're thinking that they're not doing something to come into union, by you swapping that energy, understand the laws of attraction. The laws of attraction is responding to your thoughts, not to your current reality. And this is what I was saying in the other videos. This is the tough one, because from a spiritual point of view, you get to a point, you go 5D, then you're looking at the yucky situations happening. Oh, because I can see this person and they're doing this and that, nothing's happening. That's a block, because again, manifestation's very strong. So, and it's quite normal when our frequency gets like that because of external situations impacting us. It can be impacting our health, taking up our time. And then you're going, oh, life is just what it is. It's pretty crappy. You're just going to deal with your energy. And it's like, they've forgotten me, but you've forgotten self. So I would say, in general, what you need to do, I would say, number one, heart chakra, be open to it. Because you're feeling you are not worthy of having this person come to you. Why in their 3D life, be it you do know what's going on in their life, and you know that they could be with a karmic, they could be, you know, stuck in ego, connected to money, whatever that be. They could be a million miles away and, you know, be in another country or state. Again, just be open. Just be open to any magical possibility, because we are in a shadow period and we're dealing with things like that of the nature. Okay, a lot of it is, the power does come from within. So I had a conversation with my mother about relationships, and this was a while ago actually, and she was saying, oh, I feel so bad for you. And I went, why? No, she said she felt she was coming from her perspective. Okay, in your mind, if you're feeling, it's very cool what they're doing. And this could be friendships, this could be you're giving your power away, because we don't own it, we experience it. We, as a singular energy, nobody owes us, like, you know, if we choose to give, it's because we're choosing to give. If we're getting something, it's because people are choosing to give to us, but we won't receive if we don't believe we're entitled to it. So, and that can be money, that can be happiness. If we're choosing not to have it, my common saying is, oh, it's raining, right? And there's a thunderstorm, there's a tsunami coming. You make your own weather. Can you laugh at the weather? Can you say, well, hey, I don't have to go to work today, so there's the shining sun on that situation? You know, we do make our own weather, and yes, things do happen for a reason. But when you're feeling, and that's not all of you, but energetically we can at times get to that where we go into victim mode of, and I mean, I did it the other day. I was sitting there and I was saying, why has every partner cheated on me? Again, trying to come back to self and being relevant in that energy and going, wow, okay, why are you taking this personally? And I mean, yes, obviously for the natural reasons, but like attracts like. So what I'm saying is, if I'm projecting out there that that's all I'm going to get, and that was my benchmark, then that's what I'll always get. Now the benchmark's here. So therefore frequency needs to change. So your expectations of what your heart's desires are, if you have fear-based energies coming in, that's all you're going to attract. If you're looking at your clock saying, this person is going to take 20 years, I'm going to be grey and old before this shit happens, damn straight that's going to happen. But you need to be relevant in your own energy to understand that if that's their choice, that's their choice and it's their loss. Do you get what I'm saying? But then don't tune into it to an ego aspect where you're thinking then because you've thought that, you've quit. It's not. You're quitting by quitting on self, and that's the relevant point. Okay, this for many of you is, you know, a connection, a spiritual connection, a twin connection, but you're not finding it to be a blessing. It will be. It's a process. You're getting there. Adversity is the gift. And it may be for us in this shadow period. Look, that may be your block, love, Mandy, okay? because that's what I thought about today. In a twin connection or in a life path connection, whatever you want to call it, and this will be relevant messages for you guys. If we're thinking that, then automatically if we did have a direct connection within a relationship or a twin connection, we have a blockage. And how can we energetically, smoothly move through that, feeling safe and loved when we don't have that power within ourselves? And it's really that we haven't given ourselves time to be in order to heal. Because like relationships are an aspect, in a sense, of a responsibility. But it's like the paradigms that we've been dealing with is that we've dealt with external and being responsible for them, but being irresponsible for self. So it's about coming back into self, really. Now, your illness is caused by giving thoughts to unwanted topics, feeling negative emotions but ignoring it, and continuing to focus upon an unwanted, such as a negative emotion, becoming greater, but still ignoring it and maintaining attention upon the unwanted until by the laws of attraction, are attracted. However, the illness is only an indication of your vibration, and whenever you change your vibration, the indicator will change to match the new vibration. Illness is nothing more than a physical indicator of energy out of balance. So, have you started getting headaches? Are you questioning your intuition? Have you started getting abdominal pain, which is really coming through for you guys, but I don't think so. For some of you it might be. They're indicators in your chakra about where there's an out of balance. You know, heart palpitations, heart chakra, throat chakra, croaky throat, you know, feeling that you can't communicate your truth. Again, you need to come from, with the throat chakra, it's because you're getting run down. Look at your 3D life. What are you physically doing that is impacting you, and you're choosing to do it against the grain? Take your power back. Okay, your self-esteem. You're coming into a situation where you're working on aspects of self-esteem, and that can be connected to past tense hurts. You're following your dreams, and you're guided to. So pay attention to your dreams. Jump onto the website. There's a dream dictionary on there if you're needing it, and you can actually have a look at what's going on inside your dreams. Now, your third eye is going to be on fire this month. It's going to be working very well. And so too is your crown chakra. Now, your base chakra needs to be worked on. So this can be family-related trigger points, which is running you down. And you're not feeling compassionate towards it because it's pissing you off. Okay. How many minutes in? 23. Not bad. Now, I do see some of you focusing on a particular person to get your mind off something. And that's okay. You need to go with the flow with this situation. Some of you, I do see that you're going to go on a holiday. It's coming through again. You are quite, you know, you're still in despair. You're still healing. You're trying to look at the situation maturely. Something isn't ending, and it's making you emotional. But this person who you're thinking about, they need to bring everything together as yet. It might be you're getting tired of the education or working in education, whatever that be. I mean, this person is, you know, they're trying to be their own best friend, or they're mixing with friends currently to help the situation move forward. You're feeling you're not going to get any surprises, or maybe your intuition's telling you something's going to come, but you're still just doing you, so you're coming into a better frequency. They're wanting to come home. And they're realizing it's not all about money. You at times are getting up in your head and needing to have more fun, but sometimes choosing not to. Going into hermit mode. Sort of going out and then retreating back. You're still waiting on a message and communication, but I feel it'll be more in a 3D situation where the person comes directly to you. And both of you may be considering when this started between the both of you, for those of you who this message is directly related to, or you might be questioning, do you move on? And that's due to a lack of hope you're feeling. But again, remember back to the main point of the reading. You can change this whole read if you change your mindset. And I do know another reader talks about that. And look, it is very relevant. If we're thinking the only thing we're going to get is a cup of coffee, then we're not going to get the glass of wine, are we, that we ordered? You do what you feel is correct for you, my lovely. If you're considering it, it means there is an alignment issue. Now, you're wanting to move a relationship to the next level. You're concerned that there's an aspect of falseness, which means throat chakra. You're not seeing the blessings and the growth within it. And you feel the person isn't putting any work into the situation. But they are stepping into their energy, and it is a temporary energy, okay? So I would suggest 2 weeks. See how the energy moves and then make a decision, because we are going through a shadow period of purging. Everything's up in the air and upside down. You'll find if you move through that, gain your clarity, gain your footings, you're then going to be able to make a clear decision on what to do in the future. Let it be. Love fate. Trust in the process. Retreat. Do your thing. Own your power. Own the level. When they're ready to talk, they will talk. They're big girls and boys. We don't need to hold people's hands. It's like that. Nobody can ever block somebody. How do I put it? You might be in a sense of you got your guard up connected to a previous situation, I'm feeling, and that is very relevant at the moment moving through May. We'll probably find this energy will drop off around the 2nd or the 3rd week, but we'll be really trying to gain clarity this month about what to do from here. So nothing's cemented. It's more meditation and gaining clarity. Any other questions? Probably not the right time right now, Danish. You can do, but it'll be from a purging emotional point of view. But if you're open to it, yes. But if you're not, no. Any other questions connected to Scorpio, the zodiac sign? Any other areas you want me to focus on? Do you want me to look at money or career? Yeah, there has been a lot of purging. It is very emotional. Linda, is your person and her child safe? I think they've got some emotional situations going on from a family-related dynamic, love. But I do feel a grandmother figure around them. Okay, I shall come back if you're wanting... No, hardly. I don't think you are blocking movement. I do, like I said, I will be doing a twin video. I'll try and keep these short and sweet so I can get onto the twin flame video for May. The reason I did a lot of videos last month connected to twin is that energetically all of us really were changing quite a lot. And there were just trigger points and purging and everything going on really. So there was something really changing at all times. I do feel there is a shift. I do feel we're having a bit of time out, so to speak, to directly get ready for the next stage of life. Yeah, so look, give your heart a break. That's another song. All these songs keep coming to me the last 3 days, driving me crazy. Yes, there are and this is another thing we need to realize. We cannot hold a person's hand during a process of their journey, although energetically we might spiritually help. Ultimately speaking, you know, your personal energy moving through adversity had been done with your friendships, with your own soul to spiritually grow. If you enable that situation, you're taking that blessing away from that person to have that healing happen, so to speak, if you know what I mean. So you need to trust in, you know, the divine, and know that it is a process, and it's being treated correctly. Trust, if that makes sense. It probably doesn't, and some things aren't meant to make sense. It's a knowing. I will do a twin flame video soon though. I've been multitasking, I've been gardening, and I've got a broken nail, and I'm like, we're doing the videos. Okay, talk to you soon. I'll be back in a tick.